Hello. Amazing levels of solar flares and cleansing coming through the field. Apparently some fire trucks and ambulances as well are coming through to shake things up. So I want to speak a little bit about the art and magic of creation. So not everybody might know this about me, but when I grew up, I went to university and I got a degree in computer engineering. It was something my dad guided me to. It was probably one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. But through the process, the whole degree and the 6 years that it took and all that kind of stuff, pardon me, distilled down to the ability to solve problems. And it's differentiated me from most people I know for my whole life. And it actually opened a door to what I would consider an art that some people might not understand. So it was computer engineering. It wasn't civil engineering where I built artful buildings or bridges or anything like that. It was, I built systems. Computers are systems, so like hard drives and CPUs and memory and all this kind of stuff. And as you get bigger and those systems work in a business, then you have to create networks and ways to interconnect and allow all the data to be shared in the business and to back it up and to figure out how the business works so that you could make efficient these processes. And over time, it became clear to me that that was an art in itself. The easy flow of information, of systemizing things and making it easy for people to exist in them, to use them, to add value, etc., was massive. And I think it's a gift that's going to be needed in the worlds to come. How do we create from what we love and turn it into like art for others? Like I've seen people that build decks and they look freaking amazing. Those are heart-centered people. They just love to build them. They over-engineer them because that's what they believe in, and they use all the right materials so it doesn't wear out over time, doesn't have to be painted all the time, and then perfecting the steps so that nobody trips on them, and right rise and runs, and this is all different kinds of arts. And some people do it creatively in pictures and paintings and the gifts maybe that they give in massage or tools that they have. But we're now moving more and more into our creation. And I want people to start thinking about what their art is. And art, like I said, is engineering a computer system. That has nothing to do with a nice color scheme on the wall or ratios or that kind of stuff, but it's something that is artful because the way the system is designed, the efficiency of it, the speed of the components, the pieces, the flows, the simplification, the ease and grace that go into it are all part of the dance that we're now doing as we step into giving our gifts to the world and starting to create with those gifts, showing people how to navigate through life without impedances or hang-ups, or showing them the gift of their awakening and how to work through it, how to work through their traumas, how to work through what they've been programmed with from childhood, from state and church and other things. These are all the arts that are coming forward. The ability to talk to a person, the ability to hold space for a person, the ability to empathize, to be compassionate, to listen to them, know the right words to say based on your experience. It's an art as well, right? To move people through something that might be trauma or scary in the most loving, beautiful way. These are all the arts and the creations that we have within us. And if we start to feel into them and start to recognize them as a gift, that's where the magic starts to come, because we all come with different gifts. We all come with different ways of adding to what's to come. And once we get into that creation part of ourselves, once we get into that flow and that ease and grace of that thing that's a higher part of ourselves, that's the gifts we start adding back to the world. And it makes this very light, loving, beautiful space. And maybe you enable another person to create. You enable, like, for example, my systems that I might build as a computer engineer might help a business service more people, and might make efficiency in the background, might ensure their data is kept safe, run systems, make sure the internet's good so that their cache pads or whatever work quickly and easily, that their cash register system has a good inventory. These are all the arts that come together like a canvas. And what we're going to see more than ever is this massive community start to come together, where we take our co-creative talents, combine them with other people, share them with other people. Maybe we'll just trade services. There won't be money involved. There's just sharing and doing what you love. And as long as all the members of that community do what they love and it adds together, then more than likely it's a system that will live and thrive. So it's the time of massive change. It's no longer what your career is and what you've done. It's distilling out of the doing into the being of that thing. Like, okay, I'm building decks, I'm building houses, I'm building cars, I'm building whatever. Once you start to go into that flow of loving it and doing it for the higher good of everybody and doing it for the best possible way. I see that in my son now. He took a landscaping job and he believes in doing things to perfection, and he perfected a system, and they can lay something like 35 pallets of sod, which is a massive amount, in like 3 hours with like 6 people. You look at this is tons and tons and tons of dirt covering a huge amount of landscape, but you can be an artist at it. You can perfect it. You can get the flow. You can make things move. You can look at the space afterwards. And then for the rest of your life, every time you see that grass, you can look at it and say, holy shit, I created that. Without me and the people that I worked with, that would have never happened. The most amazing creative thing is to sit back and look at some of the systems that I built, or like I said, my son laying sod, and you can look at it and say, fuck, this is beautiful. Look at this. I created that. I know I took the extra time. The edges are all right. There's not big holes and big rocks in it. Or that's how simple art can be. When our soul is doing things at a high vibration and with love, artistry, beauty, symmetry, just amazing combinations of colors, etc., all come together. So what I'm asking is, look inside. What's your creative thing? What's your creation? What do you love to build, create, or what do you want to do that maybe you can't do yet? And start stepping towards it. Take small steps. Go on the internet. Go to research it. See what it would take. Don't worry about the certifications. Go and do it as your hobby. Try it out. See what's fun. And then you're going to start to feel it in your heart. And when you feel it in your heart, you're going to know. A lot of the businessy pieces, like the IT support and engineering that I do, kind of fell off as I had to start charging money for it and deal with clients and their issues and all this kind of stuff. But now I'm repurifying that. Okay, what do I like of that? What's fun? What's the customer service angles, the perfecting it, doing it right, watching the system grow over time, see how it stands up to the test of time. Did you design the right solution? Did you make the right choices? How all this kind of stuff. This is all part of the art of living our life, of being who we are here to be. So what's your art? What would be fun? If you're confused about it, put it down in the notes before. Let's get talking about it as a group and start to distill out what our magic is we're bringing to the world. So what's your creation? What's your art? What's your magic? Love you. I want to see it. Speak it to the crowd. Maybe advertise it down below. People love what you love, and it'll be amazing. I love you. Keep shining. Keep working on it. We're getting through this every single day. Look at my smile. Talk to you soon.